the church, you know, they don't mind your message or anything like that.
Okay.
And obviously, you've got First Amendment, or you know, you've got constitutional rights.
Right.
It's a little bit dangerous to be sitting on the side of the road like this.
Well, we're not going to actually be sitting here on the van. We're just going to put the signs up on the van. We're actually going to stand at the entrance right here.
Okay. Well, when you stand at the entrance, that's their private property.
Well, if we go into the entrance, yeah.
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 So.
And usually there's like a, well, I'm guessing the public easement would be the shoulder there, so.
See how cars are having to slow down?
No, yeah, no, I know.
And with the van parked there too, I mean, what I do is, I mean, say I didn't know y'all were out here, and I just drove up on this van, it'd get towed, because anything on the side of the road here.
Was it illegally parked, or is it?
Well, I mean, you're not supposed to be parking on the side of the road unless you broke down.
Okay, yeah, I know some states like have signs that say like no parking. I don't see any. That's why I thought we would park here, because there's no parking signs.
No, this is a highway, so this is for emergencies. The shoulder is.
Oh, okay. So then we shouldn't park here then.
No.
Okay, that's fine then. We won't park here then.
Don't go on their property. If you don't mind, let me take a look at some of them signs too, because the thing they're concerned about was just the mutilated fetuses.
Oh yeah, there's some pictures of dead babies on here. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want my 5-year-old seeing it. So.
Well, my daughter's here.
Well, that's your decision, but the church has some younger children, and the consensus of the congregation is
they want to keep it. They want to keep it covered up. Yeah, I know. That's why we're out here. Well, but you know, the thing is there's a Bible verse specifically talks about that if we have disagreements among brethren, we're supposed to not take it up amongst civil authorities. We're supposed to take it up amongst.
That talks about not creating stumbling blocks.
Well, I think the stumbling block's already created, because they've told us we're not welcome on the property. So they've literally. Have you ever read 3 John, the epistle of 3 John? Diotrephes likes to be first amongst everyone, and he casts out the brethren.
You're not going to preach to me, man. I've been to Bible college for 4 years, studied theology.
Right.
My dad was a deacon. My granddaddy was a preacher. My great granddaddy was a
that's all fine and great, but
I used to be a youth pastor, so I'm just here to make sure that these kids don't see something that their parents don't want them to see. And
well, I don't think you can enforce that. Yeah, we'll move the car. We'll move the car.
Vehicle, and that you're not trespassing, because they can do something about that. I would not park in any of these private places. If the map go up there and if you can find the owner of this place and ask them for permission.
Well, but the thing is if we park there, unless they trespass us or tell us to leave, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. I'm just saying, like, you couldn't enforce that.
If you're saying you're a Christian and everything, and you're spilling out all this stuff, why are you trying to be difficult?
I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm actually trying to exercise my free speech, and what's being difficult though?
Exercising free speech,
right?
But it just seems to me like,
the church is the one who kicked us off the property last Sunday.
Okay.
Told us they didn't want us handing anything out on their property.
I'd find another church to do that then.
No, we love this church.
Okay.
We love the people here.
Why are you trying to harass them?
We're not trying to harass them, sir. It's an exhortation to love and good works.
That's what they're taking it as.
I understand that's what they're taking it as.
Well,
I understand that's what they're taking it as.
So if you're a Christian and you believe those sort of things, then, like I said, a stumbling block, that would be a stumbling block.
The gospel is a stumbling block.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
I'm not going to sit here and argue theology.
Okay.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
The signs of the fetuses and everything. If you want your child to see it, that's fine. They don't want their children seeing it.
We're going to have them out. So.
Okay.
There's nothing you can really. I mean, I'm unfortunately say there's nothing really. We're not going to suppress the truth. We're going to.
I'm going to look up the TCA, but there is a TCA on obscene bumper stickers and signs. So
obscene, and what's classified as obscene?
I am about to go look it up.
Okay, well, let me know. Well, get back with me and let me know what's classified as obscene.
Hello.
Howdy. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
Oh, I wish our churches in America would stand up and do something about the murder of preborn children in our country.
What's going on? I just got out here.
We're a Sumner County Abolitionist society, and we seek to abolish human abortion with the gospel of Jesus Christ and many other evils of our age. And part of our ministry, part of our mission is to awaken the church, get them out of their 4 walls.
Okay.
Right.
So why are you at this church?
Just because. We go from church to church. I mean, really. I mean, We're looking for the one or two that might listen. Yeah.
In your opinion, would you say that that's an offensive picture to some people? Not that, but the...
Right. Well, I think this is offensive to some people. Fight hate, love justice.
Okay.
And it has the word hate on it. That
So
might be
you
offensive
think
to some people.
That's offensive.
It could potentially be offensive to someone.
And you know, I'm just letting you know all this is recorded too.
No, I'm recording everything as well. This could be offensive to some people because it says child sacrifice.
Okay, that could be offensive.
That could be offensive to some people, yes, sir.
What's on the other side?
On the other side, you may choose to look away, but you will never again be able to say you did not know.
Okay. And you would say that's offensive?
I would say this could be offensive to some people.
Okay. All right.
He said there's a TCM that says anything offensive is not allowed.
Okay.
That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Do you know which number it is? We can look it up ourselves.
I'm asking you questions, and I'm gonna go show this to you.
Okay, I'm going to say it could be offensive to some people.
Okay. Well, we've established that it could be offensive. I'm glad we've established that.
This could be offensive to some people.
Okay.
Abortion is only permitted by the silence of the church.
Okay.
Some people could find that offensive.
Okay.
But it's freedom of speech.
Right.
Right. And freedom of speech isn't, I can show you the case laws, by the way.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to infringe on my freedom of speech based
not.
on the complaints of the hearers, the people who are just merely seeing it. This one says we are here about your apathy. That could be offensive to some people because it calls them out on apathy. And by the way, we're not using these other sides. Not here today anyways.
Well, that's good.
This is when we use the abortion mill because this is Jessica Young's name. But this one, does God hate our worship? That could be offensive to some people.
Okay.
You want to know why? Because they worship here. And God has said that he hates the worship of people who do not establish justice and don't actually worship out in spirit and truth. That could be offensive to some people. This one right here says, which of these two human beings was conceived in rape? That could be offensive to some people. It has the word rape on it. This one says we live in a nation of cowards and hypocrites, land of the free, home of the brave. That could be offensive to some people for multiple reasons, not just because of the dismembered arms.
Right. Okay.
So what I'm saying is every single thing I brought out here to could be offensive to somebody.
Yeah. Obscene or patently offensive bumper stickers.
Patently offensive bumper stickers.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're trying to figure this out. I ain't saying you're in the wrong. I ain't saying I'm in the right.
Okay.
We're just trying to figure this out. So
Okay.
just let me read it and then
Sure.
you can comment on it. Obscene or patently offensive bumper stickers, window signs, etc. prohibited. To avoid distracting other drivers and thereby reduce the likelihood of accidents arising from lack of attention or concentration, the display of obscene and patently offensive movies, bumper stickers, window signs, or other markings on or in a motor vehicle that are visible to other drivers is prohibited, and display of such material shall be the owner of the vehicle on which they are displayed on conviction, yada 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 yada. Hold on just a second.
Well,
and I'll let you comment.
yeah, I would.
Hello. Okay. Well, I told you.
Well, it does. I'm not displaying anything on a vehicle, so I don't think that applies.
Okay. You want me to finish first, and then you can comment, or what?
Well, no, because
no, you're not doing anything that illegal.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
But you see where they're coming from.
Yeah, I'm not displaying anything on a vehicle. I do appreciate your concern, and like I said, everything I have here could be offensive to somebody.
Yeah.
You know, this vehicle could be offensive to somebody who doesn't like sheriffs. You know,
you understand the reason that we're out here too.
Yes, the church doesn't want us here.
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
I know. The church wants us to go away, and
come out here, we're probably going to get called on it. So
that's perfectly fine. We're used to it.
Okay. Well, it seems like you are, because
yes,
you've rattled off all this stuff that I figured you probably would.
Okay.
And like I said,
I promise you I'm not trying to be difficult, but I am trying to awaken the apathetic in this church. And what I'm getting is basically you guys, everyone just wants me to go away, which is exactly what we're here for, because they want us to just go away. That's actually why we're here. And so if I'm not being arrested or detained, I'm going to go about my business unmolested.
No. Did anybody ever say you were being arrested?
No, that's why I'm at. Well, but I'm trying. I don't want to just rudely walk away from you. You know what I mean?
I mean, you could walk away anytime you want to.
Okay.
Just having a casual encounter.
I understand.
According to the law, that's what this is called.
I understand.
Casual encounter.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you too. Honestly.
Okay.
And, you know, I mean.
And I understand that people don't like this. I understand they don't want it. I understand that.
I'm not for abortion at all.
Well, I know, and they're against abortion too. But the question is, how are they against it, and they're not actually doing anything about it? They preach about it, and that's about it.
Anything about it either.
Exactly.
So,
that's why we come out and do this type of thing.
I'm not going to.
What I'll leave you with is a Christian man, not as a sheriff. Okay. Yeah. Ephesians 5:11 says, "Take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them or reprove them." It's one thing to not do it, but it's another thing to radically oppose it and actually expose it and actually do something about it. Proverbs 31 says, "Open your mouth for the dumb," that is, those who don't have a voice. "Open your mouth and judge righteously. Plead the cause of the poor and needy." And Proverbs 24:10-12 says, "If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small." It says, "Rescue those who are being drawn unto death and hold back those who are stumbling to the slaughter. Unless you can say we did not know this," but none of us can say we don't know what's going on. And then it says, "Does not he who know your heart weigh it? Does not he who holds your soul know it? And will not he repay every man according to his works?" Christ himself said the greatest two commandments were to love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And he even said in Matthew chapter 25, "Because you did not do it unto the least of these, you did not do it unto me, and these are the ones that will have their place in the lake of fire." And we know full well that in Matthew chapter 7, he said, "Many of you will come to me on that day and say, Lord, Lord, look at all the wonderful things we did in your name." And he will say, "Depart from me, you worker of iniquity, I never knew you." That word iniquity means lawlessness. I'm sure there's saved people in this building. I'm sure there's a remnant, but for the most part, I don't know for sure, and so that's why I'm here.
No, I don't know.
I appreciate your concern, though. I appreciate your concern. We're going to get along with this, okay? We're going to do that entrance and this entrance. Sir, why don't you come talk to us? You know, the Bible says that if we have disagreements amongst brethren, we should not call in the courts to come judge amongst brethren. We should judge those things amongst ourselves. It is a shame that you had to call the police out here. There's no need for that. The epistle of 3 John talks about a man, Diotrephes, who preferred to be first amongst men. And he not only encouraged people not to talk to the brethren that were strangers amongst them serving Christ, but he also would not allow them in the church, cast them out. Please, just come talk to us. We're not here because we hate you. We're not here because we're angry with you. We're here because we care about you and because we love you. Because we desire to see the church of God rise up in obedience, rise up in strength, rise up in courage, to love their neighbor as themselves and to do unto others as they would have done unto themselves. We desire for the church of God to do it unto the least of these. We desire for you to stand before your God and for him to say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." You can hide behind a tree. God sees everything. He sees the hearts. He sees our thoughts. He sees everything we do. This is a reality in our culture that we slaughter 3,500 children every single day. 3,500. And the church of God is largely silent. They hide their light under a basket. I ask you, please, if you think we're wrong, offer us correction. Lovingly rebuke us. Lovingly come minister to us.
I clarified with my supervisor, and you are in the right of way right here. So
Yeah, I know. That's why there's signs there and everything.
Okay. Well, you already knew it, so I just had to get clarification on it.
I understand.
I haven't left yet.
I understand.
The thing about the signs is, though, the ones that you've got facing out right now are fine. But since somebody has called and complained on the other ones, this is that. I mean,
Can I show you the case law?
No, I can tell you what my supervisor.
Right, but I want to show you. I want to tell you Supreme Court case law.
It doesn't matter.
It does. It's Supreme Court. Well, but it's Supreme Court.
It matters if I have to do something and I have to go to court.
Right. No, and in fact, I would actually.
So there's no reason in arguing.
Right. I just do want to caution you though. One thing though. And I don't desire to take anyone to court, okay? But infringement of First Amendment freedom of speech can be prosecuted against you personally and against the state.
I understand.
Okay, I just want to give you that heads up.
If I infringed your speech?
It's a personal and not only are you could be sued personally.
Have I done that?
No. Well,
you're still standing.
Right. Yo, I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like.
I'm just cautioning you that, you know, if anything does become harassing to these people, then, you know.
Okay, well, let me let you look something up. I don't know if you want to make a note of this or whatever, but Forsyth County versus the Nationalist Movement, 505 U.S. 123 says a city may not consider the listener's reactions when permitting free speech activity. All right, thank you.